Is here.
MMT Bank Stadium too. Can you believe that?
Well, do you take that off? Like, how often do you wear that? I don't see many Ravens players who wear it. I mean, it's
it's
the first day you've had it on this year.
Yeah, I save it for special occasions.
There you go.
Super Bowls. It's that special, right?
It is special.
Hey.
I'll give you that. There's no doubt about that. When you look at that ring, what do you think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Honestly, and not to sound cliche or anything, sacrifice. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
I got to fix your Instagram.
Oh yeah,
line,
appreciate
man.
it.
We got to get you. Yeah, there you go. Right
there we go. Is that good?
Yeah, that's the world at Dig. What's up?
There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good.
We're good right here. Yeah, there you go. I'm just fixing. I'm fixing all cameras, man. We got to make sure your Instagram. Look at that.
There we go. Teamwork.
How is it that I look better than you?
Teamwork makes a dream work.
Far better looking than I am. What's life? Give me
life is good. I can't complain here. Living in Houston now.
So this is home.
Yeah, this is home. Been here since even when I played for the Ravens.
We had
been
to
here
fly
since
in, man. My arms are
2011.
killing me.
Man, yeah, it's awesome though. This is a great city.
Yeah, and I guess from a Super Bowl perspective, I was telling Luke, because Luke had never been here, and I was here for the last Super Bowl.
First time
in
Houston. Thank you.
I told him to go get some Tex-Mex before it's all over with this week. They keep feeding us for free around here. We're going to get fat, especially the beer. But, this was a great Super Bowl city 13 years ago. Like, I really enjoyed that. You were a kid, right? I mean, the last time it was here.
Yeah, what was that, 03 maybe?
04. It was a 3 season,
yeah. I mean, I was a sophomore in college.
And
yeah.
Did you run around at parties? Did you do anything?
Wait, believe it or not, the Patriots were playing last time it was
absolutely.
here. So,
Carolina.
yeah, I was in the dorm rooms watching the Patriots beat the Carolina Panthers. So
we don't like the Patriots in Baltimore, but you know that.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Well, he was the secret weapon.
Exactly.
In 2011, January 2012, Ravens lose the heartbreaker.
This is Tom Brady's favorite play right here.
And then
I'm sure Harbaugh asked you about that.
New England lets him go. He winds up in Baltimore. And what happened that January? The Ravens beat the Patriots, and they win the Super Bowl.
I was a change agent there.
Yeah.
People don't think of it like that, but I mean, they should now.
Yeah, I was a secret weapon.
We're getting it all together. You're doing a whole bunch of charity stuff. You got an event down here, is that right?
Yeah. We have a big event coming up Wednesday night, Hope Africa. HopeAfricaUSA.org.
Now, you did a lot in Baltimore with Hope
Africa.
Oh,
yeah, a lot.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, we continue to. I mean, it's an acronym for helping our people excel. Like, we want students of African descent, such as myself, that have desires to attend colleges and universities across the country. We give them the financial boost to do that. So whether they want to be engineers, we have connections with top engineering schools in the country where they can then get the scholarship money that they need and be able to pursue their dreams. So we have a big event coming up Wednesday night. NFL players galore. We have a long list of guys and celebrities that are going to be in the house.
Luke, what are we doing Wednesday night?
Yeah, come on, Luke. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
We should go.
Yeah, we're going to be at.
Okay,
we're going to be
key
at the Hope
questions.
Africa event.
Do they have food and drinks there?
Oh, we have food.
We're in. That's the only qualification.
Our bar is sponsored by Kettle One. Top shelf. Alcohol. So
suddenly I'm thirsty.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time.
I'm not an athlete. I am an athletic supporter. So I don't have to worry about filling up. Wednesday night they invited me to play in the amputees Wounded Warrior game with Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah,
I'm an amputee.
Oh, then you can play.
So I got invited to do that on Wednesday night. So I mean, I'm going to be really thirsty after this, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
We're going to work up a thirst, right?
Yeah.
And hunger. For Hope Africa and stuff you did in Baltimore, and you were only in Baltimore a very short period of time.
2 years,
Dude, you hit the ground running with what you were doing. What inspired you about why that chair?
One thing, with the support of, the Ravens fans, it's second to none. Like, no other team I've ever played for, and I'm sorry to, Buffalo Bills fans. I still love you guys too, but it's second to none. The amount of diehard, the respect and the love for their players. So
you
it was
arrived
easy.
at a good time too.
Oh, and it was a perfect time. Yeah,
those were good days.
Yeah, it was good days. And for the support, it was easy to be able to hit the ground running and do events because the support was there, and it still is there. So. That made it much easier. But even still, it's all about the kid. It's all about these students. It's all about, I am achieving my dream of playing in the NFL. So why can't they achieve theirs academically and pursuing whether they want to be doctors, engineers, whatever it may be? if we can come together and collectively, pull together, some money for them to do that, why not do our part,
James Aheadabout joining us here. We call him Dig. He's still digging it in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, grave digger in the house, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. For you, I guess, what would you be doing if football didn't happen for you? We had to ask this. Look, Zach Orr.
That's a tough question.
That's a tough question.
Zach Orr had this incredible thing going on ball and gets injured and has this
phenomenal player. Much respect, Zach.
Yeah,
you're a beast.
And his career's over now, and instead of crying about it, publicly, we've talked to a couple people. Goose Goslin did a piece in Dallas and said, I can't believe how well he's taking it.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of athletes, I don't want to say there's no second plan, but football's the first, second, and third plan, right? And then when it doesn't happen.
Well, yeah. You got to look. There's, the fact is true that a lot of, players in the NFL, come from low-income, situations, whatever it may be, whatever the circumstance.
Football's their chance.
Football is an opportunity for them to not only better their own lives, but their family lives. And even on the other end of it, guys that, might, have, a higher, affluency, so to speak, to as they come into the NFL, it's still a platform to sustain and prepare your own family and moving forward in life. So, it's a tough question to ask. What would I do, in terms of football?
You never had to consider that yet.
When I've been playing for 10 years, going on 11. So, no, we really haven't had a chance to consider that. But nonetheless, I'm a firm believer even now. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail, and me and my wife were, proud owners of, a child care, facility that's actually founded right there in Abington, Maryland, which is Kiddie Academy. We own our own, Kiddie Academy here in Houston, Texas. So,
very cool.
It's something where, that's something that we have a passion for. Education's been such a part of our family and my upbringing. It's only right that we, get into, such a way to provide affordable, life-changing health care for
How did your family get here from Africa? I've never asked you that because obviously the Hope Africa and the African part of this is such an important part of your heritage.
Yeah, well, just a little history lesson. There was a, Biafran War, which was a civil war in Nigeria that, took place in 70s, to the early 80s. And during, it was literally right after that war where there's turmoil, there was, mass genocide. My family was like, we can no longer stay here.
Well, I think it's an important political thing because your family, my father was an immigrant.
Oh, yeah. It's very important.
This is a live wire story this week that everybody should be talking about.
And it's current to really understand what makes America great. What makes America great is the diversity, is the, you can have so many different cultures and learn about so many different cultures without leaving the country.
Well, how about a kid like me who my old man's from South America, right?
Yeah.
And my mom's family's from Europe. And your whole family's from Africa, and here we are in 40 years later, sitting here in Houston, talking about how America's great.
Exactly, right? And how our children will have the opportunity to be able to do the same thing.
Right.
So you're literally cutting off a whole generation of people and people that can actually continue to make this country better than what it is even now. So I think it's to get into the political side of it, it's very unfortunate. It's disgustingly unfortunate, the state of where we are.
Disgusting's a word that I've used a few times, yes.
But with that being said, tying it back to, my family and what we were able to do.
They had to go someplace.
They had to go. They had to go. And through that journey, they were able to achieve and learn more about themselves and kind of and create that legacy as a family. Where I came in saying, well, both my parents came from Nigeria to the United States having nothing, having the clothes on their backs, speaking little English, or proper American English, and being able to earn their PhDs in education.
Right.
So I look at that and say, well, if my parents did that, how can I not play in the NFL? If that's my dream and I want to play in the NFL, they went through something way harder than I did. It should be easy. Or easier for me to achieve my dream.
But you did survive Belichick.
I did survive Big Bill.
Luke, you got anything for Dig, man?
Real quick, because we got to let him go, but you're planning on year 11. I know that this is an interesting year for you. Buffalo, signed you during the season, and you're at a point in your career where you kind of half deciding and half hoping that someone wants you, right?
Exactly. There's not there's not too much, in my career that I haven't accomplished already. I think
the ring on your finger says that.
My one goal, that I haven't accomplished, and that's, being a Pro Bowl player.
Right.
And, I was, Pro Bowl alternate with Baltimore. Haven't been able to make that, jump into there. But at the same time, I mean, Super Bowl champion, played in 4 AFC championship games, 2 Super Bowls, 10 years in the NFL as an undrafted free agent.
Sure.
I definitely, my body's saying, hey, I can play another year, and I've always been a firm believer I'll play in this game until they kick me out and tell me not to come, tell me not to come back. So
it's funny. We've been sitting here peeing on the Pro Bowl all day, about how awful it is.
It is.
We watch it. It's awful. And the first thing you got your Super Bowl ring, you made a lot of money,
but
but I wasn't a Pro Bowl.
But for that's our competitive nature as NFL players. You want to be the top of the top. You want to be in that upper echelon. And I think that's been, my only, personal knock on myself is, week in and week out, I'll put up top stats. I'll be able to play, you compare me with other safeties in the league, and my stats will be right there with them. But haven't been voted into the Pro Bowl. I at least want to be able to have the option to say, no, I don't want to go,
Well, if you hang around long enough, they'll get to your name.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, everybody gets invited at some point.
At some point, right.
Tell everybody where to find you out on the web and what you're doing. James Ahedebo, of course, Ravens Super Bowl champ. You are the first Raven Super Bowl ring to come by this week.
See? Well,
so we're hoping to get a bunch of them, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, Big Baby. Brandon Williams,
Hold that out. Luke will take a picture
tuned
so we'll
in.
Put this on the web.
Art Jones, former Raven, was tuned in as well. We're over here Instagram live and as well. So follow me at DIGGZ32.
Diggs.
Yeah,
Diggs.
definitely. But go to hopeafricausa.org, www.hopeafricausa.org, and make sure you get your tickets if you're in Houston for the weekend. And hope to see you guys Wednesday.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, appreciate
Purple
it, man.
Thanks a lot, Diggs.
Man, it's good to see the
Diggs
family,
in the house,
man. It's
James
good to see the
Ahedebo.
family.
Buy a Toyota Audio Vault, finds everything that you miss or don't miss here this week. And, of course, we're at the George R. Brown Convention Center down here in Houston, Super Bowl 51. Luke's riding shotgun all week. You can also get our morning newspaper delivered courtesy of Planet Fitness, as you know, and the tech service there brought to you by Coons Ford of Security Boulevard. Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore sports.